Interest in vegetable gardening is at an all-time high. Why, there's even a veggie garden at the White House now, and that's a great thing. But for you that are new to vegetable gardening, I want to focus on one of the biggest mistakes newbies make, and that is failing to thin their crops. You see, all plants have a minimum spacing requirement, because in that competition for moisture and nutrients, if the plants are too crowded, too close together, they simply will not grow well. In fact, you'll likely wind up with crop failure. So the information that you need is on the seed packet. Just check it out. It'll tell you whether the plants need to be 4 or 6 or 12 inches apart, whatever. And as the plants begin to grow, you need to start thinning. Here's a good example of some spinach here that I have thinned a couple of times. I might need to thin it one more time. And I've got some lettuce here, a nice mix of lettuces that definitely need to be thinned. Again, I have thinned these once. What I often do is I'll thin them once, I'll wait a few days, I'll come back and thin again, I'll wait a few days and maybe thin one more time. Because very often the seeds will germinate at different rates. Now, thinning is a tedious process and you have to be careful not to disturb the plants that you're trying to keep. But you just kind of reach in and start pulling, removing the plant, roots and all, until you've got that spacing, that ideal spacing that's called for on the seed packet. In this case, I've got a really rich, improved soil with lots of compost, so I can actually cheat the spacing requirement a little bit. The seed packet says these plants should be 6 inches apart. I might be able to get away with 4 inches. If your soil is less than ideal, you might even want to space them a little farther apart than the seed packet recommends. But I'm telling you, this is the most important thing to keep in mind if you want a successful crop. You've got to thin, thin, thin.